Signature scents. How should you find yours? What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit deeper than just this or that review, or don't get this, get that. We're going to be talking about signature scents. A lot of us go on this journey or fragrance hunting for the perfect fragrance. Is there really ever a perfect fragrance? And is there really a classification or a category of fragrances that's just a signature scent? The best place to start this conversation is going to be by defining signature scent. There isn't really one way or another to define what a signature scent is, but the best way that I can transcribe it in layman's terms is it's going to be a fragrance that really defines you. If you wear a fragrance often enough, it's going to be your signature scent, yes, but should that be your signature scent? That's where the opinions differ. In my opinion, or at least in my experience, any fragrance that I've signature scented has been a fragrance that really feels like me. Anytime I wear it, I feel comfortable in my skin, my confidence is up, my entire aura is on another level, and for that reason, it translates into a better confidence, translates into compliments, and just the overall attention in the scent experience is so high that this now becomes a fragrance I genuinely enjoy wearing on a regular basis, therefore becoming my signature scent. One of the fragrances that I've signature scented for 2 years straight during my medical program, and this doesn't mean that I didn't wear any fragrance in between or in a couple of days in between rocking this fragrance, I did, but I always came back to this one. It's Salvatore Ferragamo's Uomo. This is like a $55 fragrance. It's tiramisu, it's a little bit of citruses at the top, some peppers, coffee, ambroxan. A little bit of all worlds, really. So if you're into freshies and you find a fragrance that's a freshie that's a signature scent, go for it. This one, it's not a freshie. And contrary to popular belief, a signature scent should be a freshie. It should be, gray or black, but that's not really the way that it works. A signature scent is not always one genre or another. And this is the prime example of that. This is a fragrance that got me through my medical program, that has gotten me numerous compliments. Actually, one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection. Compliments, fragrances, smelling good, feeling good, looking good. These are all supplemental tools that really elevate and enhance your style, your persona, and your overall vibe. So just because you have a fresh fragrance that the masses love doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna love it on you. I'm not your typical blue freshie type of wearing guy. If I wear a freshie, I enjoy it to have a little bit more peppers, maybe some incense, something like this. It's a freshie, and this is actually another signature scent of mine. I've gotten so many compliments on this, but what works for me might not work for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that this isn't going to work for you, but really the chase is endless, and you're going to have to just try it. So there isn't really one perfect fragrance or another, but there is absolutely a signature scent out there for everyone. Do I still consider each of these fragrances a signature scent? I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I'm a fragrance reviewer that likes to wear fragrances, a different fragrance every single day. So I can't say that I genuinely have a signature scent at the current moment, at least during making this video, but if I were to go back to a couple of fragrances, I'd go back to exactly those two. Those are signature scents for me. I can't sit here and say that, hey, check this out, this is going to be your signature scent, but I can give recommendations based off of my experience. To make this all easier, a signature scent is extremely subjective. Is there a guideline or an outline or a book or a video that's gonna tell you this right here is your signature scent? Please don't signature scent this, by the way, it smells like church vibes. Let's bring up something a little bit more realistic, shall we? This right here is your signature scent, which you absolutely can signature scent this. This is a mass appealing fragrance, and let's go back to that whole topic of mass appealing fragrances. There should be a mass appealing factor to your signature scent, but not necessarily the case always. But there are a lot of if-thens in this scenario, and it's going to always be a part of the equation. So for that reason, ladies and gentlemen, there is not one distinctive answer. If you're in that hunt or in the journey of finding the perfect fragrance, I hate to break it to you guys, but you never will. And it's because A, there's always going to be a new release or a better fragrance, and B, it's a part of human nature to always want the next best thing, and it's reality. It's not really a bad thing per se, but just be realistic with your expectations. If you're not one for collecting, then find a fragrance that you can feel comfortable and more confident than usual in comparison to when you're not rocking a fragrance, and that's a perfect fragrance to use as a signature scent. Let's make this very easy. If you find a fragrance that you spray on and you say, wow, this smells good, I could wear this every day, and it elevates your mood, it elevates your confidence, stick to the fragrance and call it your signature scent. How will I know if I can wear this during the winter? Try it. If it doesn't last, or if the scent profile changes, don't wear it in the winter. How do I know if I can wear it in the summer too? Try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't last, then try another fragrance. Unfortunately and fortunately, that's the only way. Fortunately, because it keeps things fun and it gets you trying new fragrances, and unfortunately because you're likely to have to buy a couple of different fragrances to suit the different seasons. There are a couple of fragrances that are good for all year seasons or all year wear, and personally for me, I rock this one even in the summertime, just not much high heat because there are different scent profiles. Then we're gonna get into the whole topic of genre, parfums, gourmands, etc. But I don't really want to get into that mess. This, however, I did rock for a lot of seasons and occasions, and I just reserved it more so for the cooler weather. It was my signature scent for cooler weather. Dylan Blue is one that I actually rocked into the summertime, but when it did get higher heat, I did go for something a little bit fresher, like something of Versace pour Homme. So will there be multiple signature scents during different seasons? Yes. My ideal number is 2 signature scents. You find one for the colder weather, you find one for the hotter weather, and that's really the best place to start. If you're starting this hobby, you don't want to go overboard, you don't want to have 1,700 plus colognes in your collection, then don't. Find about 5 fragrances, signature scent, only 2 of them, and in between the wearing of signature scents, you want to switch it up some days and wear something that just makes you feel a little different because change is nice. Then you can rock something a little bit sexier, different in the meantime, or in between the wears. So 5 fragrances is a perfect place to be and very comfortable. Otherwise, 2 fragrances, hot weather, cold weather is great for signature scents. Nevertheless, if you find a one banger fragrance that you can wear in every season and you're comfortable in it, if you're comfortable wearing this in every season, then signature scent it and you rock it on. If it works for you, then guess what? It's a signature scent. It elevates your mood. It's supplemental. That's what fragrances are. Don't underestimate the power of smelling good because it's in our nature to be attracted to those that smell clean, and it's in our nature to want to reproduce. Let's go a little scientific here. So if you find a mate, the first things that your brain is hardwired to realize or recognize is this mate a healthy candidate to hold my children? And it's real. It's real. A couple of checkpoints that your mind is going to go into subconsciously is this potential mate, are they a good candidate for reproduction? Do they smell good or do they smell diseased? Yeah, it's a real thing. This is science. It's the science of attraction and it's real. It's on a subconscious level though, so don't take it and go out there and be like, oh, you're not healthy enough to hold my children or mate with, but it's there, it happens. But on a more superficial level, sexual attraction does factor in a lot of those that I mentioned. So physical activity, physical fitness, and also the way you smell, cleanliness, and all of it comes down to mating. So find your signature scent that's gonna up your chances in finding a mate. All jokes aside, this hobby should be something fun. There are cheapies, there are niche, there are luxury fragrances. You don't have to be rich to be involved in this community. It's a wonderful community with a plethora of different fragrances. There's gourmands, there are freshies, there are spicy fragrances, and there are a bunch of different price ranges. You can go into the budget range where they have plenty of great fragrances. You could step it up a little bit and go into designers, and then you could take it up also into the luxury of things and spend a little bit more cash and get just a little bit more as well. This isn't a community that serves just one audience, and I love it because of that. And that's why I love what I do, and I talk about budget, I talk about niche, I talk about designers, and I talk about everything in between. So if you're looking to level up your self-confidence and find your signature scent, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And together, we can make that hunt a little bit easier. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever found a couple of signature scents for you. 3 of my signature scents has been Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, Versace Dylan Blue, and even Versace Eau Fraiche. And another one that I have actually signature scented a lot and gotten numerous compliments even while at the gym, Spicebomb Extreme. I'm not going to recommend you wear this to the gym, but I personally have, and it worked for me. Hopefully this breakdown helped at least in any way. There isn't going to be one distinctive answer, but rather enjoy the journey in finding your signature scent, and until the next video, peace.